Top 5 Most Famous Viking Gods. Welcome, mythology enthusiasts, to a thrilling journey into the heart of Norse mythology. Today, we embark on an adventure through the frosty realms of Viking lore to discover the top 5 most famous gods of the Norse pantheon. These are the deities whose stories, sacrifices, and legendary exploits have shaped not only the ancient Viking world, but also modern storytelling. So, grab your horn of mead, settle by the fire, and let us explore the mighty figures that ruled over Asgard, Midgard, and beyond. Let us begin with the king of the Norse gods, Odin, also known as the All-Father. A figure shrouded in mystery and wisdom, Odin is the supreme ruler of Asgard and the father of many gods, including Thor and Balder. Known as a relentless seeker of knowledge, Odin's defining trait is his insatiable curiosity about the secrets of the universe, even at great personal cost. In one of the most iconic stories about Odin, he sacrifices his right eye at Mimir's well in exchange for wisdom. This act defines his character. He would give up anything to unlock the mysteries of existence. His thirst for knowledge also leads him to hang himself from Yggdrasil, the world tree, for 9 days and nights, pierced by his spear, in order to uncover the secrets of the runes. Beyond his quest for wisdom, Odin embodies war, poetry, and magic. His symbols reflect his many roles. He wields the magical spear Gungnir and is accompanied by 2 ravens, Hugin, thought, and Munin, memory, who fly across the world each day and report back to him. Odin is also linked with the Valkyries, the fierce warrior maidens who choose which fallen warriors ascend to Valhalla, his magnificent hall. Odin's influence on Viking culture is immense. As a god of wisdom and war, he embodies the dual nature of the Viking spirit, relentless fighters and profound thinkers. His legacy has endured for centuries, inspiring countless works of literature, art, and modern media. Next, we turn to the most beloved of the Norse gods, Thor. Known for his immense strength and protective nature, Thor is the god of thunder, storms, and fertility. If Odin represents wisdom, Thor is the embodiment of brute strength and unwavering courage, making him the ideal protector of both gods and humans. Thor is perhaps best known for his legendary hammer, Mjolnir. This powerful weapon is said to be capable of leveling mountains and calling forth thunder and lightning at Thor's command. Mjolnir also serves as a symbol of protection, often worn as an amulet by Vikings to shield them from harm. However, Thor's hammer also required constant vigilance, such as in the tale where it's stolen by the frost giant Thrym, forcing Thor to retrieve it through a mixture of cunning and brute force. Thor's enemies are often the chaotic and destructive forces of the cosmos, particularly the frost giants, who frequently threaten the balance between order and chaos. One of Thor's most famous sagas is his fishing trip with the giant Hymir, where Thor attempts to catch Jörmungandr, the world serpent. Though he fails to destroy the great serpent, the tale highlights Thor's bravery and his critical role in keeping cosmic order intact. For the Vikings, Thor was a relatable and heroic figure. While Odin may have been revered by chieftains and poets, Thor was a god for the common folk, farmers, sailors, and warriors. He represented strength in adversity and a willingness to fight for what is right. In modern times, his legacy remains strong, not least because of his popularity in comic books and movies, where the thunder god continues to wield Mjolnir against the forces of evil. With Odin and Thor representing power and order, we now shift to Loki, the trickster of the Norse pantheon. Loki is perhaps the most complex and enigmatic figure in Viking mythology, a character who is not entirely good nor wholly evil, but one who constantly walks the line between mischief and malevolence. Loki is a master of shapeshifting and cunning schemes. In many myths, he serves as both a source of chaos and a problem solver. For example, when the gods needed the wall around Asgard rebuilt, Loki convinced a skilled giant to undertake the task, only to trick the builder later to avoid paying his agreed reward. Though this action saved the gods, it also created tension and mistrust. As mischievous as Loki may be, his actions often leave the gods in turmoil. One of his most infamous deeds involves tricking the blind god Höder into killing Balder, the beloved son of Odin and Frigg. This act sets off a chain of events that ultimately leads to Ragnarok, the Norse apocalypse. While Loki's chaos-making is legendary, so too is his complex family. He is the father of monstrous beings like the wolf Fenrir, the serpent Jörmungandr, and Hel, the goddess of the underworld. His progeny play pivotal roles in Norse cosmology, particularly during Ragnarok. Loki's duality, his dance between hero and villain, makes him endlessly fascinating. He represents the unpredictable forces of change and creativity. In the modern world, Loki's charisma and charm have ensured his popularity in films, literature, and more, where he continues to intrigue audiences with his mischievous ways. No pantheon is complete without a goddess of love and beauty, and for the Norse that was Freyja. But unlike the stereotypical image of a love goddess, Freyja is a figure of immense depth, blending beauty with ferocity, charm with strength. She is the goddess of love, fertility, magic, and war. Freyja is deeply associated with Seder, the ancient Norse practice of magic, which involves foreseeing the future and influencing fate. Her mastery of magic sets her apart as one of the most enigmatic and powerful figures among the gods. As a goddess of fertility, she is often depicted as nurturing and life-giving, making her a popular deity for those seeking prosperity and love. One of her most distinctive features is her necklace, Brisingamen, a fiery and precious piece of jewellery forged by dwarves. The story of Freyja's pursuit of the necklace showcases her wit and determination. Freyja is also associated with her chariot, pulled by two large cats, a representation of her magical nature and her connection to the animal world. Interestingly, Freyja is not limited to love and beauty. She also has a strong connection to death and war. In fact, half of the warriors slain in battle are said to go to her hall, Folkvanger, while the other half go to Odin's Valhalla. This balance of tenderness and fierceness solidifies her as a complex and dynamic deity. Freyja's influence persists in modern interpretations of Norse mythology. She is not simply a goddess of superficial beauty, but a figure whose power resonates deeply with themes of love, strength, and independence. Finally, we turn to Tyr, the god of war and justice. While not as widely known as Odin or Thor, Tyr's story is one of extraordinary bravery and selflessness. He represents honour and duty, qualities that the Vikings greatly valued. One of Tyr's most famous tales involves the binding of Fenrir, the monstrous wolf who posed a dire threat to the gods. Fenrir, a child of Loki, had grown so powerful and dangerous that the gods decided he must be restrained. They crafted a magical chain strong enough to hold him, but Fenrir demanded that one of the gods place a hand in his mouth as a gesture of good faith. Knowing the danger and the inevitable cost, Tyr volunteered without hesitation. When the wolf realised he had been tricked, he bit off Tyr's hand. This story exemplifies Tyr's courage and dedication to justice. He willingly made a personal sacrifice for the greater good, cementing his place as a symbol of bravery and moral strength. His one-handed figure became a reminder of the courage required to face the toughest battles. Tyr's role in Norse cosmology extends beyond war. He is also a god of law and justice. He represents the principles of fairness and order, crucial values that guided the Viking way of life. In many ways, he brings balance to a world often filled with chaos and strife. Though Tyr is more understated than other Viking gods, his legacy endures in the Norse myths and even in the modern-day name Tuesday, which derives from Tuesday, Tu being a variant of Tyr. And there you have it, dear mythology enthusiasts, the top 5 most famous Viking gods. From the wisdom of Odin and the strength of Thor to Loki's mischief, Freyja's beauty and magic, and Tyr's unmatched bravery, these figures form the backbone of Norse mythology. Each of these gods offers a unique and profound perspective on the Viking world, its values, struggles, and cosmic mysteries. Their stories continue to inspire and resonate through literature, art, and modern media, proving that the myths of old are far from forgotten. As we close this exploration, we leave you with a question. Who is your favourite Viking god and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this mythical adventure. If you enjoyed this dive into Norse mythology, stay tuned for more explorations of the legends that shaped our world. Until next time, may the gods watch over you.